Hi guys, we are starting our next unit on functions, and we're going to go ahead and get started. I want to tell you this before we actually start. Functions, the whole unit, there's not like too much math going on. A lot of functions is more vocabulary. Okay, so it's really, really important that you have a firm understanding of what all these words mean, because a lot of the questions aren't going to be like, do this, do that, do this, do that. It's do this one thing, it's a new vocab word, and you need to make sure you know what that vocab word means. Okay? So it is vocab heavy, but I think most of these words you've heard before, so it's not too bad. Okay? And this is a unit that is very, very essential for algebra. Okay? So the clearer understanding you get it in Math 8, the better you're going to be in algebra next year when you do this unit. Okay? Okay, and a lot of these definitions and everything, I actually pulled from my algebra notes that we did this year. Okay? So you're getting the higher level. So let's go ahead and get started. So a coordinate plane, this is a coordinate plane. Okay, you guys see it every day. You might not know what the terminology is. It's also sometimes called a Cartesian plane. Okay, but basically, it's a plane made up by an intersection of a horizontal and a vertical axis. The horizontal axis is the x-axis. The vertical one is the y-axis. Okay? If I'm going too fast, sorry, I'm still really, not feeling well. I'll try to warn you before I cough, but that doesn't mean I actually will. Okay? So the ordered pair tells us the placement of a point on the coordinate plane, not plane. The x-coordinate is the x value of the ordered pair. The y-coordinate is the y value of the ordered pair. The origin is the intersection of the x and y axis. And the ordered pair point is 0, 0. I'm talking fast because otherwise it's going to get really, really congested and sound even worse. Coughing. So if I'm going too fast, just pause the video. Quadrants are the four sections made up by the intersection of the x and y axis. So if you look up here at the coordinate plane, there's four sections. We number them like this. So this is 1, 2, 3, down here, and 4. And we can remember the order that they go in if we just draw a giant C. So we start up here, we draw a C. 1, 2, 3, 4. And C stands for coordinate plane. Alright, so this you're going to try on your own because I think this is where most of your skills are at already. So you're going to write the coordinates for each of these points. Basically, you're going to give me the ordered pairs for points A, B, C, D, and E. So you write down the ordered pairs. They need to be in parentheses and have a comma between the two numbers. And then when you're done with that, you're actually going to graph these 6 points on the grid here. Okay? Alright. So here's a little bit of new vocabulary. I don't think it's new to you this year, but it's newer information. I think you just were introduced to it last year. So a relation is a set or a group of ordered pairs. So it's just a bunch of ordered pairs. A function is a specific kind of relation, and it's got a specific rule. That's what makes it more specific. I can't think of another word. Okay? The rule is that every x is only matched with one y. So we don't have x going to 3 and then going to a 4. The same number going to a 4 for the y. Each x is only matched with one y. A really nice way to remember it is think of it like a party. Like your y's are parties that you can go to, and x's are people that can go to those parties. Lots of different x's, people, can go to the same one party, but one x, one person, can't go to two different y's. They can't go to two different parties. okay? But we can talk about this more, like situations that can help you remember this. But that's the one I always go to. Like, yes, you and your friend, a different person, can go to the same party. So two X's can go to the same Y, but you yourself cannot go to two different parties because you can't be in two places at once. So an X can only go to one Y to make it work. Okay? If it goes to two different Ys, it's not going to function very well. If you try to go to two different parties at one time, it never ends well in those after school TV shows. Okay? It doesn't function. Alright, let's try our first example. So they're just asking, is each relation, so all of these are a bunch of ordered pairs, okay? This one's the only one written like ordered pairs, but if they give you a table, and this is called a mapping diagram, they all represent ordered pairs. So it's just asking, is it a function? So we look at all the ordered pairs and just see, are all the x's going to, or all the x, or is each x going to only one number? So here we have 2 is going to 4, 3 is going to 4, 5 is going to -7. Now the 2 and the 3 are going to the same number. That's okay. It would be weird it would be different if we had like 2 going to 4 and then 2 going to 3 as well. Okay? Another way to remember it, think of it like you can't have more than one girlfriend or boyfriend. It doesn't work out well. Okay? So the x can't go to more than 2 places, but the y, it's okay. Alright? So yes, because each x is only matched with one y. Let's try B. So we look at the x's. This x is matched with a 0. 4 is matched with -2. 6 is matched with -4. -4 is matched with 4. Each x value is only going to one specific number. So again, yes, because none of the x's repeat, we don't have any repeating at different y's. Alright? Let's look at C. Here we have -1 going to 5, -2 going to 5, -2 also going to 1, and 6 going to 1. So because this -2 is going to two different y's, that's our issue. Okay? This one number has two different y's. So no, where's my answer? No, because the -2 is matched with two different y's. So that's why it's not a function. D, so all of these are your x's right here. This first bubble are your x's. 0 is going to -1, 1 is going to -1, 2 is going to -1, 3 is going to -1. So here's a perfect example. You got 4 different people all going to the same party. That's okay. Alright? So yes, this one is a function because each x is only matched with one y. A great thing about the mapping is that you can automatically tell if each of your x values only has one arrow coming out of it, it's a function. If they were going to two different places, you'd have two different arrows. Okay? So you're going to try these on your own. E and F are just like ones we already did. G and H make you think a little bit. You got to try to write your own function. These are going to differ from each person. Okay? H, you're going to write one that's not a function. So what happens that makes things not a function? Okay? So just come up with something on your own. We can talk about it more. We can compare our answers if we want in class. Oh, guys. Yeah, cool. All right. So for mapping, like the bubble things, ordered pairs, tables, sorry, if you hear my dog, I apologize. All of those, we can tell just by looking at it, because the ordered pairs are listed. However, with graphs, we can't really tell what all these ordered pairs are, because there's a lot of them. Okay, so we use the vertical line test to tell if something is a function or not. Okay, so it's a way to determine if a graph is a function. What we do is we draw a vertical line through the graph. If it only crosses the graph once, it's a function. So here, we're going to do all of these together, okay? So A, we're going to use the vertical line test to tell if it's a function. Alright, so I drew a vertical line right here, okay? And so this graph, this blue graph, or blue curve, is only crossing my red line only once. So because it only crosses once, it is a function. I don't even think I wrote answers. So that's an example of a function, because it's only crossing it once. B, though, if I draw a vertical line somewhere, okay, here I'm crossing right here and here. So because I'm crossing more than once, this is not a function. Alright. C, I draw my vertical line. I'm crossing it at 1 and 2 locations. Okay? So this one is not a function. Do the same thing for D. Just draw a vertical line somewhere. I drew them, I just don't remember where I put them. I know I drew one here. Oh, good golly. It's hard when they're actual lines. Ah, there it is. Okay, so this one's only crossing it once right here. So this is a function. Now, this one, E is a little bit different because they're just points, right? So when they're just points like that, you want to draw a vertical line through each point. And if you only have one point per vertical line, it is a function. Okay? So I draw a vertical line through all of them. This one, I only have 1 point on it, so cool. However, this vertical line has 2 points on it. So just because of that one line, it's not a function. Because the reason we're doing vertical lines is because those vertical lines represent x values. Okay? If I wrote these out as ordered pairs, I'd have two ordered pairs that have the same x value, but different y's. One would have a positive 2, one would have a negative 2. And that's not okay. But they'd both have an x value of negative 2. So that's why it's not a function. That's why we use the vertical line test. That's it for your first day of notes. So this was our warm-up today. If you have any questions on it, let me know, and we can talk about it either as a class or individually. You will have another video for tonight's homework, but this one we just did in class, so yeah. Let me know what you think, and I guess I'm gonna see you in class because you're already in here. All right, but that's the end of the video. Okay, bye.